All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. What an amazing weekend we have had. Holy smokes. The crypto market has just been on fire. Are any of you in the XRP trade? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that like button. Let's help get this channel out. I'm a small YouTuber, all right? I don't really have all the fancy things like all the other YouTubers have. And I had a shitty camera. And just bear with me here, but let's try and go over some things. Really exciting time right now to be in crypto. XRP is on fire. Holy smokes. I got into that trade. I jumped on the bandwagon at like 80 cents. I've traded XRP in the past, but I haven't really followed much of XRP for quite a while. But when it started going up, I jumped in on it. So I'm in on the trade. And anyway, super exciting. Let me know if you're in that. But let's take a look at a little bit about what's going on. Put out a video the other day talking about Solana being done. Obviously, I'm a big Solana bull. I have lots of Solana, but we did look at the chart, which was looking kind of bearish. I want to go over that. I want to look at Bitcoin dominance. I also want to take a look at an AI play that I'm in. All right, altcoin market, here we come. So this has happened just as we've been covering this here. This is a channel that Bitcoin dominance. Let me get on the 4 hour. What am I doing on this? Bitcoin dominance has been going up as Bitcoin has been trading better than, majority of the altcoins. We're now starting to see it come down, and that's what we need. The best way to look at this is when you look at it on the yearly. I go over this a lot. Each one of these candles represents a year, right? So when this happened this was the bull run of 2017, right? So all the money went out of Bitcoin and went into altcoins. Not all of it, but the money, instead of going to Bitcoin, was going into altcoins. So that's why we see the dominance go down. 3 years of the bear market, dominance goes down, alts go crazy. And then we've just spent the last 3 years, altcoins just going 95% down, and any money that was going into crypto was just kind of trickling into Bitcoin. And so starting in a month, we're going to be into our next year. We want to see starting in January for this to start to come down, and hopefully we have a year where it goes crazy like this, right? And that doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to go, Bitcoin could trade sideways, right? And this happens, right? Bitcoin can go up and this happens. It's just when people start unloading more of their money into altcoins, that's what we see here. So just kind of looking at the Bitcoin chart, we're struggling at this 99 area, which, it's funny. I mean, this is where I called that we were going to have some trouble. And I saw it pulling back to, the 90,000 area. I drew this. If you're new to this channel, I drew this little squiggly line back in April. I actually did it making a YouTube video, so I have the proof. But it makes sense to me. This is a psychological number. I do think we're going to, blow through this. I think, we are going to see 100,000. I don't know if it's going to be. I have a feeling it's going to be in December, but it wouldn't completely surprise me if we, if we draw back. See, here's the thing. When we go, here's what people aren't getting a lot of times. When we get into a pullback here and the prices start going down, for one thing, the RSI will kind of reset, right? Going from overbought. We need a little reset here. The volume, has kind of, see how it's dried down the past 2 weeks. See how the volumes come down. This is on the weekly, right? So each one of these candles represents a week. The volume has really come down, right? And that makes sense because we're seeing it. The Bitcoin dominance is going down. So when this starts to come down, we would start seeing buyers come in, right? Definitely 84, 85 area, 90 area. Buyers come in, volume starts coming up, and that's what gets us up. All right, but anyway, let's just go over to the Solana chart. So this is playing out as I was talking about, right? So we're seeing head and shoulders here for Solana. And I mean, look, here is this neckline. It's a little bit of a wonky neckline, right? Which that's actually a good, I mean, when it's wonky, it's less likely to be validated, right? So the cleaner the pattern is, the more likely it is to play out. This is pretty clean, but that neckline is a little strange. Anyway, keep an eye on this here. I do think that if we break this 224 area, right? If we break this, likely we're going to come down, right? And I think 200 is where we would see some buyers step in, and then it's going to be off to the right. I can't draw tonight. My hands, look at this. Who draws like this? I'm an idiot. We would be looking for a move, down to about 200 area. And then in this area, buyers would step in, volume would pick up, and then we would start going upwards to all-time highs, right? And I know that I'm starting to sell some positions that I have in some different altcoins that are up big, and I'm getting some money back into stables because I do plan to add more, I think, to Solana. I really think Solana is going to have quite the bull run. All right. So just look, everyone right now is on a shiny new coin. Everyone's doing, the whole like AI agents and AI narrative, everyone meme coins galore. The fundamentals will come back during this bull run and will go into the coins like Solana. Now, look, by the way, this doesn't have to happen. Remember, we talked about AVAX, which was having a similar pattern forming, head and shoulders. And head and shoulders during a bull run, during a bull market, tend to be invalidated the most. So look at this. This absolutely invalidated, and we've just gotten into, we've broken past the top of this head here. So this is looking really, really good right now for AVAX. In fact, let's take a look on the day. I got the Fibonacci extension out, right? So you take Fibonacci starting from the high early this year, swing high to swing low, and we're looking at it. It could first target would be 55, then we'll be looking at around 65. And then I think it's going to get up close to into that 100 area. I got my own targets to start unloading a little bit around the 80. And again, I'll probably leave some to see this break new all-time highs, because don't forget, this thing can run. Just know that some of the coins that have charts like this, you got to remember, there's going to be people up here that have been holding on for dear life for the last 4 years, and they just want to get this just get it out of their portfolio. So expect some bumpiness when we get up into these levels here. Lastly, let's just take a look at Brett. We talked about Brett, and look, I'm not a huge meme coin person, but when you look at this chart, this thing is trading like it's just following fundamentals in terms of like charting like really well. Like you can't draw this any better. You know what I mean? Brett, I think, could potentially have an enormous run this bull cycle. And the reason why is because the base network, the base chain is becoming one of the most popular, highly used blockchains in all of crypto, and they don't have their own token. Everyone else has their token, right? Base does not have a token. So what does it have instead? Well, there's meme coins. There are protocols. There's DeFi plays built on Base, but meme coin like Brett is like the mascot of Base. It's also connected to Pepe, which is also, I think, going to have an enormous run. So I'm looking here at Base, at Brett, and I have not sold any of my Brett. Even when it was up here, I did kind of wonder, should I be? But I just think could really, I don't want to overdo it here, because you never know, this thing could go to absolute zero. It's a meme coin. The thing does absolutely nothing. Well, let's just be clear here. It does absolutely nothing. All right. But I just think with the narrative, with the way this bull market, this thing could come. What we want to see here. All right. Just if you're not in Brett, you want to see it. Those would be kind of the two spots. You'd like to see maybe this thing form some support. So right here could actually be a decent entry. I might actually add to this. You also got right here at the point 187. 187 on undercover cop right here is another spot. And then it could even potentially come back here, right? And test. And then that's when we see our move. Anyway, I just think Brett is gonna. Oh yeah, there was another one I wanted to show. Brett, take a look at Brett. There's another one I wanted to show real quick. Look at AOS. AOS is AOS is a AI play. Okay. Look at this thing on the weekly, man. This thing is just wow. Thing has been pumping. All right. I have been in this one for quite a while now, and let's actually go to the daily. This is one of the bigger AI coins, but yet not too big, right? I forget what the market cap is on AIs, but it's big enough where you know it's not going to rug, but it's small enough where you can have these types of days. I mean, look at this move, right? So and look, it's following this to a T. So this was originally major resistance. It blew through it. Here, let's put it on the 4 hour. Volumes picked up, blows through resistance. Now what we want to see, we want to see it, tag this, right? For and turn it into support, and then okay, and it could even come down, it could even come down, to here. Buyers step in, up, and then we're off to the races. So if we do a Fibonacci extension here, just to kind of take a look at where this thing could. All right, so we would go to the recent all-time high. All right, to the lows. All right, so you can see the next target for this thing would be it's currently at 113. Next target for this would be around 155. $1.55 is what I'm looking at for ALs. I think I put a sell order in for like 25% of my position at like 149 or something like that. I gotta look back and check. But I do plan to start, offloading this. And I again, like, remember, don't think we can, just time the top. I've made that mistake in the past before where I've tried thinking like it's really hard actually selling, like taking profits is actually one of the harder things in crypto. It sounds kind of crazy, but it is, because you're constantly thinking, am I leaving money on the table? How am I going to feel when this thing rips off to the moon and I've sold all my shares? It's hard, and so one of the better ways to do it is to just not sell everything. So if you have about $1,000 in a position, sell 2,500, or let's say 1,000 shares or 1,000 coins, sell 250 at one level, 250 at another level, 200, you know what I mean? So just break it up and kind of ladder out. I mean, that's really the way to do it, because you're never going to get the absolute top. If you do, that's like, unicorn stuff. So anyway, hey, let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you want me to cover. If there's any altcoins you guys are in, I'm in a ton of different altcoins. The majority of my bags, right? I obviously Bitcoin, Solana, Sui, AVAX, Ondo, and I do like BitTetzer Tau, but I just don't have a lot of it. But other than those, I have tons of other ones that I just have small positions in, $1,000 here, $1,000 there, 5,000, just little bags all over the place. So curious to know what you think of this. Again, like the video, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one.